Hello, I'm MJ, an English lecturer at SUSTech in Shenzhen, China. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to give some tips on how to increase your academic vocabulary by using word parts, namely common suffixes. When you add these suffixes to academic words you already know the root meaning of, you will change the part of speech of this word either from a verb to a noun, or a noun to an adjective, or an adjective to an adverb, thereby increasing your vocabulary without having to learn the meanings of new academic words. Pretty convenient, huh? Let's begin. Academic words such as dictate have root meanings. That is, the meaning of the word comes from the central part of, or the root of the word, which in this case is dict, D-I-C-T, meaning to speak. And ate is the common verb suffix. So dictate is the action of speaking out loud for another person to write down. It's a verb. Now, if I change the suffix to ion, which is a common noun suffix, then I get the word dictation, and now the word becomes a noun. See, I just doubled the use of that academic word. As a side note, there are also common prefixes, word parts that go at the front of the word, that we can learn to increase our academic vocabulary as well. Take again the root word dict, D-I-C-T, and add contra. This means against, and now we get the word contradict, which is to speak against something. Again, I can take a different prefix like pre, P-R-E, which means before, and add it to dict, and now I get predict, and that means to foretell the future. So, you can see that by learning common suffixes and prefixes, I can multiply my academic vocabulary quite easily. But today, we want to focus our attention to common suffixes, starting with common noun suffixes. I've already shown the common noun suffix of ion, as in dictation, but there are many more. Most of these noun suffixes mean state, or quality of being, or position held, or doctrine, or place, which makes sense because a noun is a name of a person, place, or thing. For example, the ending acy, as in democracy, accuracy, lunacy. The ending ance or ence can be nuisance, patience, tolerance. We have another suffix, ity and ty, as in validity, enormity, extremity. Then there's a very common suffix ending as well. It's sion, tion, as in position, promotion, cohesion. We also have ness, N-E-S-S, as in sickness, heaviness, highness. We also have dom, D-O-M, as in freedom, stardom, boredom. There's A-L, denial, trial, criminal, and I-S-M, as in racism, skepticism, communism. There's a common one too, is ment, M-E-N-T, as in enchantment, argument. And we have ship, S-H-I-P, as in friendship, internship. Now we have endings that are ER, OR, or IST. And all of those are referring to a person or an object, as in reader, interpreter, inventor, teacher, scientist, communist. So just by learning to use these noun suffixes, we can increase our academic vocabulary and know how to use them in a sentence. The next useful suffixes to learn are the verb suffixes. I've already introduced one, which is ate, ate. There are not so many verb suffixes, but these are ize, ise, as in publicize, synthesize, hypnotize, We also have en, as in sharpen, strengthen, loosen. And we have ify and fy, as in justify, simplify, magnify. Most of these suffixes mean to become or make. Next, we have adjective suffixes, and you'll have lots of fun discovering all these because there are many. Adjectives modify or give more information about a noun. Therefore, it's not surprising that many of these adjective suffixes mean the manner of, characterized by, resembling, having the quality of, etc., etc. Since there are so many, I will just list the more common ones for you today. We have able, ible, as in edible, bendable, audible. We have al, as in thermal, herbal, menial, and esque, picturesque, grotesque. We have ful, playful, hopeful, skillful, ical, musical, methodical, comical. We also have ious and ous, as in pious, religious, ridiculous. We also have the ending ish, as in childish, sheepish, selfish. And there's a very common one, ive, informative, talkative, attentive. And we have less, less, meaningless, hopeless, homeless. And we have the simple y, jealousy, airy, windy. Like I said before, there are many adjective suffixes, and you can even use the verb ending ing and ed as adjectives as well. For example, I read the dictated message again and could guess who gave it by the language they used. In this case, dictated is an adjective modifying the word message. Needless to say, to learn all of these adjective suffixes will take a little bit of practice and memorization, but you can do it. Lastly, to discuss in today's segment, we need to look at common adverb suffixes, and luckily, there aren't very many. By far the most common one is ly, as in softly, slowly, happily, and so on. There are other two less common ones, and they are ward and wards, words like towards, afterwards, backwards, inward. And wise, wise, as in clockwise, otherwise, likewise. That's really about it for adverb suffixes. So there you have it. Some common suffixes that can be used to increase your academic vocabulary, all just by adding or changing these suffixes. When you add these suffixes, you will change the part of the speech that the word is while the meaning stays intact. Therefore, you can increase the usage of academic words you already know, thereby increasing your vocabulary. I hope you enjoyed this segment of how to increase your academic vocabulary by using word parts, and tune in to other SUSTech video segments. Goodbye!